Welcome to the 2.4 notes. This is multiplying and dividing fractions. I'll see if we can get this done in a couple. Now, there's a procedure and most people are fairly comfortable with it, but we want to make sure we're using it correctly. So we're going to take a minute to talk about what it means to multiply. So 2 times 5, example 1. What does 2 times 5 mean? So typically we think of that as 2 groups of 5 things. Right? It's repeated addition. So there's my one group of 5 things, plus the 2 counts how many groups I have. I end up with 10. 2 times 5 is 10. And it doesn't matter if we think of it as 2 groups of 5 things or 5 groups of 2 things, we still get 10. Here's my other picture. How many groups is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we're talking about fractions, it's a little different, okay? We're still talking in terms of groups, but now instead of whole groups, we are talking about half groups, okay? So here's our picture. We have one whole. If I look at 1/2 of that, I get this picture right here in gray, half of a whole. Now my pictures are gonna be a little different. Let's see if I can color code this so it matches. There's my half in gray. If I want half of that half, and I'm gonna go ahead and divide the whole thing in half, keeping in mind that this is my half of the 1/2, 1/2 of 1/2. Okay? Which ends up being 1 out of 4 total parts. So when we divide that half into half, we keep the 1 part. We divide the whole 2 parts into halves, which is where we get our 4 parts. Okay. When we add and subtract, it's important to remember that we have to add and subtract the same size parts. When we are multiplying, we are looking for part of a part, so we don't need a common denominator. So here's this one, 1/3 times 3/5. Now, when we multiply fractions, we actually multiply straight across. So no keep, switch, flip, no butterfly method. Because the problem with those is a lot of times we are not sure when we are supposed to use those, and so then we use them incorrectly. So here's my first picture, 3/5. So there is 3/5 of the whole. Three out of 5 same size parts. I want 1/3 of that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to divide the other direction. It just helps me see what's going on. So there's 1/3 all the way across, another third all the way across. And so we are going to see if we can color code here. I just want the 1/3 of the 3/5 that I have already shaded. There is my 3 parts that are double shaded out of the 15 whole. Okay, we get that if we come up here, and this one has it already simplified as 1 times 3 over 3 times 5, 3/15. And now, this we can reduce because 3 divides the numerator and it divides the denominator. And so we're going to go back to reducing fractions, and we get 1/5. If we take a look at what we multiplied to start from up here, I got 1 times 3 divided by 3 times 5. I am multiplying by 3 in the numerator and a 3 in the denominator. I can cancel those out before I even multiply them in. I still get 1/5. Either way it works.